tumeweka ile energy ambayo inatakikana, community imefurahia, and we go home happy because everyone is happy. So happy New Year, and I wish you all the best in 2024.
Most of the religious centers and entertainment joints were fully packed to the brim as Kenyan speech tents to usher in the new year in a style of their own choice. Narok residents ushered the new year in style in entertainment joints, terming the year 2023 as one of the toughest years in their lives due to the high cost of living that is being experienced in the country, and as they hope that the year 2024, Kenya's economy will be much better.
We're happy that people are here. We're happy that we've been able to usher in the new year. So yeah, kindly come and join us this year and let's make merry with each other.
For Christians, it was time to go to various places of worship and thank their Maker for crossing over to the new year. Embu residents gathered in popular joints and churches to celebrate and welcome the new year 2024, that they are optimistic will be full of opportunities.
It has been a good year with a few challenges, and I am glad that I have been able to see 2024, and I know 2024 is going to be filled with a lot of blessings. 2024 1st January being my birthday, I thank God for the gift of life, and I know that this year 2024 is going to be filled with a lot of blessings for me and my family.
Cities, especially Nairobi City, fireworks exploded in the air, followed by joyful ululations to see the new year 2024, as police officers in different parts of Nairobi were on patrol, ensuring that security was enhanced.
Sawa na tujapata kashfa yote ama tujapata ripoti yote ya kusema either mtu ameadhiliwa ama kuadhirika ama ameadhiri mwenzake. Tuweze kufikisha usalama mpaka hapo ni kwa sababu tumeweka askari ya kutosha. Area kama hii ambayo unaona ya Quiver ambayo iko na watu wengi sana, tumeweka askari ya kutosha na mpaka tunahakikisha usalama umeimarika.
Large numbers of Kenyans were witnessed at Uhuru Park celebrating the new year. Residents expressing their concerns, especially on issues they felt there was need to be addressed, especially on the high cost of living.
Waishi katika miji ndio tuone hali serikali kama italegeza kamba, at least bei zishuke.
Kwa Mungu atasaidia hii serikali iko angarao gharama maisha isikuwe iko juu sana, na pia tunatarajia kuwa hii mwaka Mungu atatusaidia mambo ambayo tulifanya kinyume na Mungu rastia isionekane katika hii mwaka.
Tarajio ya hii mwaka naona Mungu atatusaidia tuweze kuanza mwaka mpya. Pia ningetaka at least uchumi iko juu sana hii mwaka, rais afanye kitu kidogo at least apunguze vitu. Kando na uchumi labda.
It is a new dawn for Kenya as Kenya joins the rest of the countries across the world to celebrate and welcome the new year 2024, hoping that will bring about prosperity. And in Nairobi County today, large numbers of Kenyans were witnessed here in Uhuru Park to celebrate the new year. Mevin Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Mevin Getembe, for that story. And right here at Lookuptv, we continue wishing you a happy 2024. President William Ruto has accused the opposition, of sponsoring anarchy and litigations in the country, making a development an uphill task for his government. Speaking in Nakuru in his New Year message, Ruto further noted that the country is out of debt danger and 2024 will see the economy stabilized. It's all pomp and color as President William Ruto led Kenyans ushering in the new year from State House in Nakuru. In his key message to Kenyans, Ruto admitted that he had made some choices that in the short term were painful but beneficial in the long term, noting that the country has made undeniable progress with inflation eased to 6.8%.
We have established a new profile for Kenya, providing regional and global leadership, highlighted by hosting the first ever Africa Climate Summit. Nairobi is recognized now as the best city to visit in 2024 by the US-based travel agency Lonely Planet. And Kenya stands as the third highest recipient of remittances, according to World Bank.
The president explained that the government has cut expenditure by up to 400 billion Kenyan shillings to reduce borrowing and introduction of new tax measures to enhance tax revenues by 600 billion Kenyan shillings.
We decided to cut expenditure by up to 400 billion shillings so as to reduce our borrowing. We decided to enhance our tax revenues by Kenya shillings 600 billion to fund our programs and development so as to safeguard our sovereignty and independence.
Additionally, he said that come the new year, the government will continue the healthcare transformation at the secondary and tertiary levels of healthcare by rolling out a new social health insurance scheme that does not deny low-income earners access to healthcare.
In the new year, we continue our health transformation at the secondary and tertiary health levels, emphasizing the need for a fair contribution system for social health insurance, as the previous setup disproportionately burdened and alienated low-income earners from accessing health care.
John Matava, Lookuptv. Away from that, the azimio leader Raila Odinga has continued to put pressure on the government to bring down taxes and subsequently the cost of living, speaking in Bukungu Stadium, Kakamega at Fernandez Barasa tournament. And Odinga noted that many Kenyans are grappling with high cost of living.
Na tutaka kuona mwaka huu 2024 ikiwa mzuri kuliko ile ya 2023. Tunataka ushuru ishuke. Gharama ya maisha irudi chini. Zakayo awache kutoza watu ushuru. Zakayo ashuke. Aje hapa chini pamoja na sisi.
Police in Eldoret have arrested two main suspects believed to have been involved in the murder of the Kenyan-born Ugandan athlete Benjamin Kiplagat, who was found dead in his car on Sunday morning at Kimumu Estate in the outskirts of Eldoret town. Moiben Sub-County Police Commander Stephen Okal said one of the suspects was apprehended within Uasin County, while the other one was arrested in the neighboring Trans Nzoia County. Police said they have relied on the CCTV footage obtained from the scene to pursue and arrest the suspect. The suspect will be arraigned in court tomorrow.
The person who was murdered is called Edward Kiplagat, alias Benjamin. He's a Marakwet of Kenyan origin, but an international athlete representing Uganda in the last Olympic. This incident took place at around 01:30 hours, but it was reported to us a bit later as an accident. So after visiting the scene is when we confirmed that it wasn't an accident but murder. So we started our investigations and we are still progressing with the investigation. Our officers visited the scene and took necessary action. So far, we have crucial leads and we are following, and we will update the members of the press and the public on the progress we've made so far in respect to the investigations.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has assured inmates of prison reforms marking the start of 2024 at Kingongo Maximum Medium and Women Prison in Nyeri. The DP stated that the government will institute reforms in correctional facilities to ensure that once released prisoners will have courses that will help them in the future. As now Stanley Lugaria reports.
Nyeri Maximum Prison was the first stop for DP Rigathi Gachagua in the new year, as he insisted on the urgency to expedite reforms for the correctional services to add value to the nation building, which will result to improved service delivery, as recommended by the National Task Force on Police Reforms report.
Kuchunga hao wangwana wetu ni kazi muhimu na tunatambua nyinyi sana, na ndio rais aliweka task force ya Police and Prisons Reforms tuangalie mambo yenu, maslahi yenu, na report imetoka na rais ameikubali. July 1st this year tutaongeza mshahara yenu progressively within 3 years by 40%, ndio hata nyinyi mweke kitu kwa mfuko.
Gachagua revealed that the government is keen on transforming the National Police Service, the Kenya Prison Service and the National Youth Service, which will in turn positively transform the lives of inmates and prepare them for a productive life as they look forward to be inculcated back to the society.
I want to encourage you. President William Ruto and his government wameweka mikakati kabambe ya marekebisho katika our facilities. Tukuje hapa tubadilike, mambo ya ukulima, mambo ya manufacturing, mambo ya kutengeneza magari, mambo ya furniture, mambo ya courses, ya kwamba ukitoka hapa uende uanze maisha upya.
I am running a dispensary here ambao ninapea dawa, nimeandika nurses, niko na clinical officer na niko na pia lab assistant ambaye mimi mwenyewe kama serikali ya county ninalipa kusaidia Bwana Onchiri. Ni kweli Bwana Onchiri? We continue working closely together kwa sababu hawa ni watoto wetu.
The second in command was also joined by Principal Secretary State Department for Correctional Services Salome Muya, Commissioner General Prison Service Brigadier Retired John Warioba, Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga, Senator Wahome Wamata, the clergy and other leaders to mark this historic day.
It would be our desire that this modern penitentiary ikuwe na modern workshops. Situngependa hivyo? Tukue na modern workshop ambazo ziko na facilities za tailoring, za mechanization, za fabrication, za kutengeneza magari na kila kitu.
We remain seized to taking inmates through the rehabilitation programs such that when they leave this place, they get reintegrated back to the society without much difficulties.
Stanley Logaria, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
And that story by Stanley Logaria takes us on our first break right here on Look Up Weekend. Stick around, we'll be coming up with more updates for you.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
What about mambo fantastic if not scholastic? Chota kuchota na Hatia Supermarket imerudi. Ukifanya tu shopping ya shilingi 1,000, wewe unaingia kwa promotion ya chota kuchota na Hatia Supermarket. Watu wanaendelea kushinda ndani ya Hatia Supermarket. Ni yangu. Mwana tata. Kitoko. Wewe na umeshinda
nini? Yote. Hamsa. Wewe nalala.
Karibu ndani ya Heti ya Supermarket uweze kuchota kwa wingi kabisa. Watu wanasema nini? Nakwambia kwamba chota kuchota. Unangoja nini?
Magari 7 za kushindaniwa, TV, fridge, microwave, shopping vouchers, school fees vouchers, instant prizes na zawadi zingine kemkem. Chota kuchota imethaminiwa na Hetia's Oven Fresh Bakery, Gigabyte, Mount Kenya Milk, Clover's Food Products, Velvet, Magic Drink, Pwani Oil, Arenco, Fruit Juice, Masterchef, Toilex, Coolsip, Mika, Wash Ultra, Philos, Prestol, Nivea, My Choice, Ushindi, Fresh Fry, Arimis Jelly, Cabernet Water, Dettol, Ketepa, Meta, Glucose, Coca-Cola, Rosy Tissue, Big Giant, Elbins, Unilever, Fresh, Unga wa Dola, Blue Band na Pasta Star. Shindano la chota kuchota linaanza tarehe 1 Disemba hadi tarehe 10 Februari mwaka 2024.
Heti ya Supermarket, a world of choice.
Welcome back. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and as well as on Signet. The government, through a Gazette notice dated December 31st, 2023, by the Roads and Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, has announced the new increased charges for motorists using the Nairobi Expressway across the all stations along the 27 Mlolongo Westlands route, effective immediately. Among the affected charges in the new rates include the distance from Mlolongo to SGR station on the Eastern Bypass, which will now cost 250 shillings, up from the current 100 shillings, while those exiting at the Southern Bypass will pay 330, up from 210 shillings, with those exiting at Capitol Hill and Ailey Selassie now forced to pay 410 shillings, up from 210 shillings, as well as motorists exiting at Museum Hill, the Mall and the Nairobi Westlands terminus will now attract 500 Kenyan shillings, rate up from 310 Kenyan shillings. The former Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury, Henry Rotich, has reiterated that he was maliciously targeted in the Aror and Kimarer Dams case. Speaking at a Thanksgiving ceremony in his hometown in Elgeyo Marakwet, he said his family suffered a lot of anguish and frustrations along with his neighbors and friends, and that is why he hosted a Thanksgiving event to celebrate with everyone.
During a Thanksgiving event attended by notable dignitaries including Uasin Gishu Governor Jonathan B. and former Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago, Rotich said that those accusing him of stealing funds were unable to substantiate their claims. Rotich, who served as the Treasury Secretary since April 23, 2013, declared that the reported loss of 16 billion Kenya shillings was baseless and lacked factual evidence. Addressing the public at his hometown, Rotich challenged investigators to reveal any evidence of financial misconduct, asserting his confidence in the legal process.
I want you to picture what I was being accused of, stealing 63 billion. I want you to picture what 63 billion is. I was talking with the governor in the morning before he left. I think his budget is about 6 billion in a year. So that translates to 10 years of Uasin Gishu budget. The people who are doing the investigation to tell us where it is.
Elsewhere, at Kauro Stadium during the World's Football Championship, Kiharu legislator Ndindi Nyoro substantially dismissed the recent efforts by the Azimio coalition to revive countrywide demonstrations.
Nimeona wale watu wa opposition wamesema ati wanarudi kwa maandamano. Wacha niwaambie hivi mapema. Kama mnatafuta mtu wa kutisha, jue hakuna. Mimi nataka kuwaeleza badala ya kugoja hiyo maandamano 2024. I have a present advice for you. Leo ni ile siku ya kuvuka mwaka. Hata mkitaka mpage maandamano ya kuvuka mwaka, mnaweza panga.
Nyoro went on to criticize former President Uhuru Kenyatta, accusing him of sponsoring chaos, including the Azimio demonstrations and various court cases, urging Uhuru to refrain from meddling in government affairs.
Our former president, wacha nikuulize kwa heshima, wewe umekuwa ukihadaa wa Kenya, unatoa pesa ya maandamano. Katika zile maneno yote ya makoti, you've been sponsoring even the court cases to derail the plan of our president and this government. Na hatukuogopi bana. You must stop sabotaging the government agenda.
Finally, in a heartwarming gesture to kickstart the new year, over 500 elderly residents from Mbuvori area in Manyata constituency were granted much-needed relief through generous food donations. Addressing the community at the Mbuvori ACK church grounds, Jamlek Muturi expressed concerns over the dire situation faced by many elderly individuals, emphasizing that some had been neglected by their own families. Muturi underscored the importance of instilling values of respect, patriotism, and love for the elderly.
Vile ningeomba Kenya mzima, kwa jamii zote, kabila zote, madhehebu zote, makanisa na hata mosques, tuone ya kuwa tumehudumia wale ambao wamezeeka katika jamii zetu.
Martin Masharia, Lookuptv.
Time to cross over to some sporting action. Real Juniors are the champions of the second edition of Msambweni MP Faisal Super Cup, where over 50 teams participated. Real Junior crushed Generation FC 4-0 in their final match encounter and bagged 400,000 Kenyan shillings. During the tournament, 4 players were picked by the Kenya Port Authority for trials at Bandari FC as Kwale leaders urged to unite in nurturing youth talent through sports to ensure Kwale County is free from drugs and criminal activities.
Wachezaji wanne ambao wameonekana na hawa technical team yangu ya kutoka Bandari, mheshimiwa atapatiwa majina hapa na watakuja kule Bandari wafanye trials, tuwaone kama wanaweza kama jogoo wa shamba na wika mjini ama ni wa huku kijijini. Tufanye kazi pamoja. Mheshimiwa Faisal akiweka tournament, watu wakuje wamuunge mkono. Mambo ya kugawanyana siasa bado, siasa itafika wakati wake.
Taendelea kuwa support kwa sababu talanta ni ajira. Nataka vijana wa Msambweni tushirikiane, tufanye kazi pamoja, na sisi kama viongozi wenu hapa mashinani tumeungana kuwalinda nyinyi vijana wetu ili muzingatie na tukuze zile talanta mulizonazo.
Mimi ninafurahi sana kuona kwamba vijana wa Msambweni wameweza kutambulika, wameweza kuwezeshwa na kupewa fursa kuonyesha vipaji vyao. Na sisi kama viongozi tunasema talanta ni ajira, na safari hii ndani ya uongozi wa Mheshimiwa Faisal akisaidiwa na Super Senator Wakili Chimera, hii ndio kazi tutafanya hapa Kwale County.
Alego FC emerged the champions of the Warrior of Siaya football tournament that was organized by City lawyer Willis Otieno. Alego FC clinched the title after 4-2 win over Game FC in the penalty shoutouts after the barren draw in the normal time received 100,000 Kenyan shillings and a trophy.
James anakuja anamsaki lakini anakataa, anachukua Harrison anaweka mbele, anakuja mzee ajibu kwa kichwa, anausaki Raul anachukua bila wasiwasi tena.
And that Warrior of Siaya was a competition between all the clans of Siaya, from Uholo to Kenya to Game to Alego to Yoma to Asembo to Imbu to Songa. The clan of Alego, they are now the Warriors of Siaya, the reigning champions.
The CEO of Extreme Sports and the organizer of the Super 8 tournament, Hussein Mohammed, is hopeful that the talent nurturing from the grassroots and the good leadership in football will improve the level of football status in the country.
I think it is important for all stakeholders to realize the importance in investing in grassroots football. we can generate or create a lot of jobs, generate a lot of revenue from these activities. It's also a very good foundation for building our social fabric. It's also important for stakeholders to start engaging national government and county governments when it comes to matters football development. I know there's a very big issue today in allocating resources for football because of accountability issues, integrity issues, and that we have to deal with very soon. Actually sooner rather than later, it must be addressed aggressively. A lot of people have lost faith in football management because of mismanagement. Within a very short period of time, and the window is closing, we have to fix this issue. We have to get the right people in the right positions so that we can get the investment flowing back into football. Without this, unfortunately, it will stagnate or it will die completely. So it is upon us to take the bold step and make sure that we have the right kind of leadership in football management so that we are able to get results, not only at the national level, but also at the grassroots level. This is for
Nakada has loaded Leland Ward in Pokot South, West Pokot County as drugs-free zone, as no bars are in business in the area. The residents now say this has been achieved by football tournaments organized courtesy of Nakada, where hundreds of youths get an opportunity to participate during the long holidays. However, the area is still facing high cases of early pregnancies among young girls who have been forced to drop out of school.
Tumekuwa hapa Chepkono Primary School, tunashukuru watu ya Nakada kwa kuletea sisi mpira, kwa sababu tunataka wapunguze mambo ya pombe na mambo ya pangi na mambo mengine ambayo yanaweza kuharibu vijana.
Tuna support ama tunapea nguvu especially mambo ya vijana. Sisi pia katika ofisi la Women Rep tuko na mpango ya kusaidia vijana katika maneno ya mpira na mambo mingi, ili kusaidia vijana wetu kuepukana na mambo ya dawa za kulevya. Tunaona kabisa katika taifa letu la Kenya vijana wengi wamehangamia katika madawa za kulevya, sana sana hapo West Pokot, na tunaomba serikali kuu iweze kuingilia kati ili pia watusaidie kutupea support ya kutosha ili tuweze kusunguka, sio hapa peke yake Leland Ward.
Kitu kingine tena mbaya sana, mambo ya pombe na mambo ya wasichana kusaa ovyo ovyo, hata ile bado iko kwa shule, hata ile bado iko kwa class 6, class 5 wamepata nini member, na hiyo ni uchungu. Sasa kama sisi wazazi tumeona mbaya sana.
And that is it from the news desk right here on Lookup Weekend. Many thanks for watching. Just to sample a few of the comments, Salim Nico says he's watching live from Doha in Qatar. Many thanks, Salim. And Jackson Nangole says Happy New Year to everyone. Many thanks, Jackson, for that. And those that made this bulletin a success, we're saying thank you. My name is John Matava. Our sign language interpreter for tonight has been Veronica Awar. Keep watching right here on Lookuptv and have a blessed 2024. Bye for now.